All right, ladies and gentlemen, look in front of you. See what you see. You see me, and then you see this diagram. Can you imagine today, the biggest problem I have with clients sometimes is excuses? Excuses. Oh, I can't afford this or that. Stop. The average person, probably you, wastes $50 every other day. Okay? Now, that means one thing for me. If I spend $5,000 on an American Express Gold or Platinum card, usually the payment's $50 a month. It might be $150 for some of you, but the reality is it's usually $50. I proved my point to my mother-in-law. I brought her from Colombia here for about 8 months, a couple years ago. And I got her an American Express card. I started her credit file. Okay, she's never been out of Colombia in her life, but what did I do? I spent $5,000 for her to buy all kinds of stuff. She was freaking out. Ah! In all the Spanish way she could say it. I said, relax, relax. Okay? When the bill came in, it was $50. And she said, I can afford that. And she said part of that in English too. So what could she actually say in English and Spanish? It's a secret. They never tell you what they actually can understand as much as you think. But what's my point? $50 a month, $5,000. You see, the average person, like some of you, you have excuses. The excuse is, I can't afford that. Stop. You waste $50 every other day, and everybody says they do. That's $700 a month. That means I can spend $50,000. Do you understand that a corporation spending $50,000 is less than $700 a month if you do it the right way? Especially if I give you a Chase Inc. There's no interest for 22 months. So let's take away excuses, because guess what you got today? You're 35 to 75 years old and you're disappointed. What did you do? Oh, sorry, you followed silly people. That's going to be my opinion. Now, I created something called auto income. I didn't know any better, but that's how it worked for me. So if you want, right now, take a picture of that screen. See, that should be your screensaver for your phone or your computer. That should be actually printed in color on your desk and basically refrigerator at home, but it's up to you. You see, the problem we have today is excuses. Excuses are, I can't do this, I stop. I'm online 6 days a week, okay? Monday through Saturday, 49 years helping people answering questions all the time. And that's just me, auto income. You see, today, if you chose to make a decision, I'm going to take away your excuses and show you every step of the way. And what I've been doing all day is having some fun increasing someone's credit limits so we get to play the game. To me, it's always a game. So me, simple, it's like that $100 million building there through the corporation and structure. And we dissected it as well. Maybe the Lamborghinis and the goodies too. This is live. You have questions, you can type them out. All right, my head of my engineering will answer your questions, or I will out loud with you. Now, let's understand something. We have choices. Choices to me are very simple. In the beginning, I'd say no pictures or recording, because you take pictures, things don't matter. Between everything in your camera and your phone and whatever, you don't pay attention. I'd like today to be able to tell you what to take a picture of, if that's okay with you. There's me in 1981. You see, I have this problem. My problem is I listened to grown-ups as a kid, and I just thought they were stupid, or they said the word no because they don't know how. So there's me, white boys can jump, white men can jump. That's only 13 feet. I kicked the door jam at 10, and then made the basketball hoop at T-Week or junior high when I was 14. But I like goodies. You see, born in a taxi on the way to Gardner Hospital kind of upset me and pissed me off. It pissed me off that my mother put me in a trash can and gave me a girl's name. All right, so I can relate to the boy named Sue. But again, that's what we can do, all that crazy crap. But I like goodies. You like goodies? But I don't have any goodies in my name. I'm not stupid enough to do that. Never would, never will. You see, I learned a long time ago. I'm 8.5 years old. I sold seeds, clackers, and mowed yards all weekend. I'm in the kitchen counting my $52. Wow! That woman with the red eyes, the devil's wife, grabs my money. You're paying rent. Do you know I paid rent since I was 8.5 years old? It kind of sucks. These people got money from the state and federal government. But that's just the way it is. Nobody really gave you know what. I wanted it out of hell. That was my motivation for me, to read every book I could, up to 10 to 15 books a week. So I like goodies. I like mansions too. but the goal is like anything else. In 1976, I decided to show the world what I was doing for me. I already burned $1 million through the corporate structure, by the way. When I was 14 and a half, I invented Car Finder. From there, I'm building a mansion, driving a Lamborghini, Orange Coast College in 1976, by the way. Do you realize I was 16 years old? 16 years old, I got millions in the bank, and I'm just playing, having fun. But that's just me. I'm being me. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. You've been following all the many too long. You got to stop that. So winning the game of business. My next series, I wanted to help more people. See, when I turned 26 years old, I got $2.6 billion in corporate structure. I thought I was going to die by the time I was 27. I already have everything. I thought when you reach your goals, you're dead. You're going to get fat, ugly, and die. I wanted to write the books for dummies because I feel stupid when I do something new. That book was already taken. I created the Millionaire's Founders Kit. I created what's called the Blueprint of Success. When I was a little kid in the first grade in Delane Street in Torrance, Joanne taught me about blueprints. You see, she watered Apollo 9, 11, and 13. The guy down the street had the monkey with the diaper that went up, and away too. But again, the blueprint of success. Everything to me, she said, was a blueprint. She was never around, but it's a blueprint. Okay, that's what I learned. Okay. See, here's a blueprint for you. I would like to change the world. Is that okay? I would like to have your son, daughter at high school and college let me start their credit file for them. I'd like to get them their first credit card. Okay? Now, there's some people out there in the social media going, you need a Capital One secured card. Stop, please. I'm kind of direct and probably way too direct. I don't like stupid. When I see 3 people saying you need a Capital One secured credit card, all right, first of all, that drops your score because it gets an inquiry. And then you just went the opposite direction. So if you allow me to set up the credit file for the kids, I'll get them their first credit card with no inquiry. If I have to, I'll get an Open Sky card. Write down Open Sky, please. See, there's no inquiry for that card. You can do it on your own. $200 in the card, spend $25. So the goal for me is always to help people. And when I found that desire, that dream in me, I realized I wasn't going to die at 27, get fat, ugly, and die. So today, I'd like you to take a picture of that page, scan it, give it to your son, daughter, your grandkids, something, and let's start their file. See, the problem we have, I don't want them to do the same silly thing you did. You've been following ducks and sheep all your life and kind of screwing it up. You've been playing the up and down show. I'd like to teach them how to do it the right way, rules and tools. And why am I the right one for that job? I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough at TRW. Okay, very simple. Thomas Raymond Woolridge. Bicycle parts, also going to California. Became what? TRW, that he reports wrong, and then Aspiring in 96. I got to train Yarborough and teach him rules and tools, like I'm going to try to teach you to do today. The first thing we have to understand. We lose our job. I call it an oh what? An oh yeah, good day. No, it's a bad day. The next week, what do we got? You don't have a job yet. A year, what happens next? See, we have this problem, and the problem is you not understanding rules and tools. Credit, time, and money. You got to write it down, credit, time, and money. I've been helping over 50 million people in 49 years. I'm online 6 days a week. I don't have an excuse. And I'm going to take away your excuses today too. So let's understand something. First of all, what we need to do about your credit is analyze you. That means I need to analyze how you are today. You might have a 750 score or even less, I don't know. But what do we get to do? I get to show you exactly step by step what it takes to take your score literally into a 750 score. Here's 155 points from a 479 in 90 days. See, the goal is it only takes 90 days to rebuild credit. All right, that's the way I designed it in the first place. Here's 163 points to a 763. Here's a 635 to an 828. So I need you to listen and turn these up a little bit today. Your credit has a heartbeat. It's basically the graph that on the dashboards. See, that's the up and down show. What you did is you didn't realize how it works. And I believe you followed and brought the pain home. But that's going to be up to you as well. So what do we get to do? It's very simple. Let's write down the facts. When I was training Yarborough in the 80s, part of the, probably the little 70s too, it was the oldest card. Oldest card. Then it's your cards. See, you need a sticky behind a card because we have to dummy proof this. When I do something new, I feel stupid. I have to master it because it'll drive me crazy till I do. You see, when I wrote down the 25 to 29% rule, it's very important. All your dashboards out there, from Credit Karma to Analytical 750 and Spearing and all those other things, will say below 30 because I designed it that way. So if we take it at 29%, so let's understand something. This is a $10,000 card. If I put my sticky, I have to understand in the back of it, I can only use $2,900. If I use more than that, my score will drop. I'll get stuck. I can't get any more. So the reality is we're measured by a number, Social Security number, tax ID, or your credit score. So if we understand this, we have to realize this is a 50, this is a 10. I'd like to get you 10 of these, 10 at one time. I'd like you to have 100,000 of personal credit. I want you to understand something. All right, we always have an, oh, what day? You know the day. Kind of sucks. Well, the reality is, like for me, I got to take care of my wife and my 6 kids and my 13 grandkids. I'm responsible for them. So I have to man up. I got a husband up and I got a father up as well. So we analyze. The next thing is that 100,000 of safety. You see, right now, you are living off your credit cards. Most of you are screwing it all up, going, ah, because of your lack of knowledge. But again, what we do today. I sit with Bill the other day, and I took his basically Wells Fargo to my dashboard, and I took his $300 card and made it $35,000. You see, what I get to do on my dashboard as an affiliate, increase your credit score. I get to basically do a rapid refresh. I created that 47 years ago. Rapid score, rapid refresh, look it up. Dr. Reynolds, that's me. I created that for every one of you. So the next thing is like anything else, Bank of America for Katie. It's $500, but I made it $26,000. You see, what I got to do is on my dashboards is help almost every one of you. $2,500 to $30,000 for Dave. Robert got basically $1,750 to $30,000. You see, what happens on my dashboard, I have $62 million of credit cards that are live. Here's about 40 of it. What does that mean? When I pop a card for you, I get to add you to my dashboard using history. Now that credit line is crap. That's fraud as far as I'm concerned. It's not really yours. If we sign an agreement, I use my card for you. Let's understand this way. If you have a card, can you get an authorized user for a friend and family member? You could, but oh no, please do not do that, because that's going to make it worse, because they're going to script not respect it anyway. If we get a corporation, we do the same thing. What do we get to do? If I add you to my dashboard, listen very carefully, okay? I'm allowed to use my history to give you credit and to build you up. That means I get a choice. It'll say authorized user or separate billing. I never pick authorized user, sorry. It's always going to be separate billing. So my history can help you for the last 49 years if you want it to, but it's going to be up to you as we look at how to build the American dream. See, at the end of the day, all you want is a bunch of this. But you think this is money, and it's not money. It's a Federal Reserve note. It's a legal tender. It hasn't been money for a long time. So if we put the pieces together, we can win the game of business if you want to. The next thing we have to think about is that money you waste every other day. I'd like you to figure out how much you waste, and let's turn that into what? Your American dream. You could actually finance yourself. But again, now we have to do the corporation structure. No one person on planet Earth ever made $1 million, got to keep it, unless it's a corporation. Now, I'm going to go to the board and draw, and I'd like you to draw with me. I want you to remember something. Your eyes, your body, your ears, and everything else in your fingertips, that's your recorder for your brain, by the way. That's the way God created it. And whatever you believe, that's up to you. So we're going to go over here. We're going to write down the word you. You're going to put a bullseye right in the middle of you, and understand you've kind of screwed up a little bit. We take a division under a corporation, and we have choices, okay? Now, what does this mean? You signed an SS5 form for SSN. You didn't pay attention to that at all. If you were born in 71 because Nixon took the gold standard out, that means mommy at the hospital signed it for you. Now, our choices are very simple. We all know one thing. We have an SS5 form, write it down, equals SSN, okay? This is what you did. And you weren't supposed to use your Social Security card for credit purposes. It says on the back of the card, no use for ID purposes. Don't laminate, don't carry with you, but you still do it anyway. You see, you're not paying attention to factual information. Now here, we're going to write down SS4. SS4. See, what happened in 1987, I'm the guy that created the dashboard that gets instant credit reports for Experian, Chenjo, and Equifax while I'm training Ken Yarborough. And your choice to understand that SS4 form, it was known as a universal form back then, universal. But again, you have to learn how to play the game to win. Here we're going to do a line across here called a line of defense. If you would have listened to me the last 49 years, you wouldn't have what I call crappy credit today. But because you don't know your rules and tools, you keep bringing the pain home. I call that silly and dumb, by the way. So what do? Let's play my way for a while. Let's understand today. You might say I have an LLC. Okay, you have an LLC, fantastic. A limited liability company / corporation. You have an LLP, limited liability partnership. You have an S Corp. You have a C Corp. You have nonprofit. You have a PC, which is professional corp. You see, the Supreme Court said and put in writing in the law, in public record, a corporation is a legal person. A legal person. I'm a legal person of flesh. Ow, 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 that hurts. Stop it. What do? Corporation, legal person of what law? Public record. I'm not here to be your CPA attorney. I would like to be your coach. I would like to get you to millionaire if you allow me to. I did that at 14 and a half. If you want to get to billionaire, I did that at 21. If you want 2.6 billion, do that at 26. 3.7 billion in 2009 through the corporate structure. Never me, because I'm not stupid enough to say it's mine, mine, mine. I'm not going to be one of these ding-dongs online going, I'm rich, how rich are you? Those people are being stupid, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So let's understand something. The IRS is watching. They're watching people say, I'm rich. Now, you're going to draw a square there. Please draw that square. And let's do 9 divisions of you. Let's understand the ability we have and what you can do starting today. Today, your biggest problem is you are in your own way. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so let's understand. If we create a blueprint of success, this is a management company. Put management there. Draw a line there. It's called basically a line of defense. We're going to create a basically corporate umbrella, but instead of using corp to corp, we're using corp to division. You see, your Bank of America today has branches. They get to bankrupt each piece as their parent company writes it off on their taxes. Your grocery stores, all right, your cities do this in front of you, and I don't think you paid attention. But again, it's going to be up to you if we play the game to win. If today we had 9 houses, we now have 18 liabilities, 18. You see, every tenant can slip, fall, and sue you and kind of mess you up. But again, that's 9 houses. But that's also 9 loans, so now you need 18. You see, we can multiply credit, and the reality is very simple. When I created the words daisy chain of credit back in '89, these cards here can get 99 sisters. How many would you like? See, when you use your personal credit to start a business, I'm going to call that stupid, and you're not stupid, because your lack of knowledge is what brings the pain home. So again, it's going to be up to you. Today, I'd like you to look in the mirror, all right, and turn around and go fire yourself. And say you're fired because you did a lousy job. Sorry. I think you did a half-blank job. I think it's about time you get off your, you know what, and let's go get it. But it's going to be up to you. We have the ability to listen and learn, and hopefully we'll follow through. So when we create a line of defense, this means we're going to get 100,000 of credit. Write it down, please. Times 9 more equals 1 million. I can build $1 million of credit literally in 6 weeks. I did it for the opening show for American Success Journal on Channel 9 TV when they left me at a Target store, and I showed them how to build $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' days, and that's what I did. See, I was on the second largest advertiser in California, literally for over 32 years. I'm always pulling stunts and having fun. I billed $1 million for my cat. Sam Reynolds, a cat with credit, $1 million of credit just for a stunt. When I did things with David Horowitz, Judd Alcovain, and basically other things as well, and we got George Putnam, and I had a radio show too. We get to play the game to what? To win. Kind of up to you. The goal for you should always be, how much credit can I get to the corporation? All right, borrow money is not taxable. I finance the business and offset the taxes, and I get to play the game and win, and I want some checkbook money. This is checkbook money. See, there's a 150 line of credit and a debit card. So you got some choices today. The excuse will be, I can't afford it. No. Your problem is you, okay? If I can get my daughter, who just turned 18 years old, an American Express card and her courtesy checks all the time since she was 14, I can do it for you. My son just turned 12, all right, 2 weeks ago. And guess what? Here's cards too. My 6 kids all have 800 plus scores. All of them. They've been trained by me personally because I want to make sure they don't bring the pain home like you. It's not allowed to. It's not allowed to. It's not allowed to. You should say it 10 times. 100,000 of corporate credit off one card. One card. See, what happens is you can multiply it from the division process. A division has a what? Credit file. If we learn to play the game to win. So we all know this is going to have an SS4. But again, every division is allowed an SS4 if we want to separate the billing. Okay? So that means it has its own file. If we have a problem in this division here, division or house, we're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. See, if you don't plan the problem, you're going to bring it home all the time, and that's what most of you have done. Well, that's up to you. My clients for 40 plus years, I've been coaching them in generation and generation. They call every day. But again, it's going to be up to you to play the game to win. I didn't know any better when I was 17. I called it auto income. Nowadays, it's passive average. I don't care what it's called. I want money, pay my bills. I needed to pay my bills. I needed out of hell. I was motivated. Hopefully, I get motivated today, too. I bought my first storage unit with my ex-father-in-law, Dr. Robert Soltis, at the time. And we put money in it together. He had his corp, I had my corp. We shared. He got $17,350 a month. So did I. My corporation receives money, listen to the words, receives money, doesn't pay tax until we're profitable, which means we have leftover. You got a paycheck. You got, what? Where's my money? You went to HR. Where's my money? Simple. What did you do? They told you the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. Corporation pays tax on the leftover. We watched Donald Trump debate Hillary Clinton, and he paid $750. You know the difference is that was filing fee. The man paid zero in tax. Do not complain about rich and famous people when they're providing jobs. Shut up and join them, in my opinion. But it's up to you. I'd like you to fire yourself today. I'd like you to give me the next 90 days of your life and do exactly what I tell you to do every 3 weeks. But again, it's going to be up to you if you sit there going, meet all day long. That's what most people do. Sorry, half of you are friggin' lazy. The other half better go get it. But it's going to be up to you. I have allocated $10 million certified, all right here in front of you, in attorneys. When I have Santos, my vice president of my company, say, I want to get that laundromat, I want to get that car wash. Okay, this is what we do. We get 10 projects a week. My problem in the 80s is very simple. I couldn't be in more places at one time, so I took my clients to be my soldiers. My soldiers. So what I did is I did auto income for me, and I created the opportunity for my clients as well. I've helped 50 million people so far. But again, it's a choice. Do you want $5,000 a month, yes or no, automatically coming in? Do you want it or not? Do you want $100,000 a month coming in or not? See, you got choices. If you allow me to get you checkbook money, okay, or these cards, or these cards, or these cards, or these cards, or all of this, whatever we need to do, borrow money is not taxable. I know you have people out there saying, invest in this, invest in that, blah, blah, blah. I watch most of these things turn to Ponzi, okay? It really bothers me when someone says he took 60 million divided by 14,000 and everybody got 4,500 bucks. Then he brags about his bank accounts. That's not his money. It belongs to his clients. But he says, look what I got in my account. I hope the IRS gives him another lesson, because he's not rich. His corporations might be rich, but it's not his money. I hate that. It bothers me a lot. But if you allow me to borrow money that's not taxable, and you let me help you, I'll put you in an escrow in the next 90 days if you do what you're told. You understand? This means a fourplex. This means an apartment complex. I do not believe you ever give me money that goes in an escrow. I don't want your damn money. I've never wanted it, because I brought in millions and billions, over 60 billion for clients as well. So what do I want you to do? I want you to be part of an escrow. I want you to take the checkbook money and put something in an escrow so you own a piece. If you don't create auto income, that's your biggest mistake you've made your whole damn life. You're 35 to 75. It's about time you get your act together, in my opinion. Auto income means you own something. You own something, you get money coming automatically. You get it in the bank and you pay your bills. Your way sucks. That's what I believe. But again, that's what I've done for 50 million people so far. We are going to win the game of business, my first series, when I was 16 years old. Do you understand? But again, the investment group's going to go public. I want to ring the bell at the stock exchange. It's going to be worth over 10 billion in a couple years. You got three choices here. You do it all. I'll hold your hand. I'll teach you how to do everything. If not, we do it together. That means you're going to make me a CFO. I will be your attorney in fact. Write it down. You will elect me to have power of attorney to tell your bank what to do. I'll line it. Listen carefully. When you don't have the bank accounts that show over 50 transactions a month, if not more, that shows hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, they're not going to approve what you really want. I have that. When you partner with me, we use my accounts, as long as we have an agreement to do so. Do you understand? See, your problem is you're missing pieces, and I got all your missing pieces. I am the missing piece you've been looking for your whole life. If you want, you can be lazy, and I'll just do all the work for you anyway. So understand. Do you want to be a millionaire? Please say no. I don't want you to be a millionaire, because that means if you're a millionaire, the IRS is going to get you in up to 60% in tax plus. And every time you turn around, you're going to get your assets kicked. But if you're a corporation millionaire, you're going to be brilliant. You're all brilliant people. I mean, you're made in God's image. You're beautiful who you are. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I've never been like anybody. I don't want to be like anybody. I've been blackmailing myself and mind tricking myself my whole life. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. They call me a piece of what? No, I'm more than that. I had to prove to the world I can get to million to billion, and that's what I did. But again, I want you to be a corporation millionaire. I want you to have 18 divisions and understand the rules and tools. 18. 9 locations. That means if one gets screwed up, I can disconnect, I can incorporate 9 lines of credit. Why? The bank is a loan for each house. If I have 9 loans, I got 9 locations, that's 18. Do we know how to count? But again, that's what we have to focus on. 18, 18, 18, period. That's how it works. Your choice today is to change your life, if you want to. All I know is it takes only 30 steps, 38 steps to reach a goal. That's it. I know we need to hear it 8 times. We have to process information, do it again and again and again. That's why you have to write it down. 8 times we have to master the rules and tools. I didn't know what to call it, so I called it auto income. I'm 17 and a half years old, driving my Lamborghini, have my 19 houses in division process. I go to this payphone event. Hey, they make $300 a month. Okay, let's get some of those. All right, $1,600, I'll take 10. I bought 10. I said, let's charge it to my card. There you go. Whee! See, we all got credit cards in the mail back then too. What did I do? I went back to the events again and again. What happened? People were complaining. This one lady named Lucy. Lucy would say, I only got $280. It's like, shut the door, be quiet, lady. You got $200, $280. And 4 months from now, you got some profit. What's wrong with you? I want now. Well, there's a problem. So I bought all her routes, and I offered to buy everybody's routes I could. By the time I was done buying the routes for the what I call losers, I had 22,000 payphones, 6.6 million a month. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. I use corporate credit to finance it, to pay the bill and make the leftover. That's what you need to do. But again, you keep pissing away your leftover. What do? I guarantee in writing, I can get you to 5,000 a month, guaranteed, if you do what you're told. I'd like to get you to 10. If you allow me to get you 9 divisions, I can get you to 100,000, but it's up to you. 2006, 7, 8, 9, I'm doing $1 million a day. I'm just having fun helping people like you. But again, it's auto income, your choice. I don't know why people couldn't do certain things I could do. I could watch what you do in 5 minutes, say I do it better than you, and I used to piss people off all the time. I have total recall in most things. I have an IQ of 203 at 14 when they tested me at T-Week Junior High. And yeah, I got retro Mensa too. Big deal. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. But again, I just have to focus on me. I kicked the door jam at 10 years old, 14 years old, basketball hoop. Registered newspaper took a picture, white boys can jump. T-Week Junior High. Every time I hear some ding dong, white man can't jump, what the blank are you talking about? I hit my head. Do you understand? I hurt my skull. Right here, I have this indentation in my skull. It's how hard I hit the damn light. I like goodies. You like goodies? I learned never to put something in my name because that'd be stupid. All they want to do is take it away. I'm a puppet master. Why don't you write down, I want to be a puppet master like Ray. Write it down. What do? We repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. The next thing is when I studied the Kennedys, the Gettys, the Hiltons, the Firestone, and the Fords, this is what I wanted to know. How'd they get their money? How do they keep their money? How do they give it to their kids? See, you didn't get a legacy when someone passed away and your life in a better place. I'd like you to leave a real legacy to your kids and your family starting today. Puppet master time. For me, knowing that I can control millions and billions, it's like Linda here. Linda became a client in 1986. I have a program called Eagle's Nest. It went worldwide, by the way. It's nonprofit. Linda and Dwayne's very simple. What did I do? I have to rebuild their credit. I don't believe in credit repair. It's against federal law anyway. Rebuild it in 142 days. I got to get American Express Gold and Platinum because they don't fluctuate. Remember that again and again. Then I get 100,000 in 185 days. 450,000, 365 days. See, there's no magic wand out there. There's the ability to listen and learn. Now, Stellar Bank, Chase, and American Express have a blueprint loan. Someone at American Express said years ago they named it after me. I don't know if it's true, but the reality is it's called Blueprint. Everybody's using Blueprint now. Oh, hide behind that stop. You need to trust. You think they'd get some good ideas of their own, but that's okay. Linda wanted to buy the Hyatt Hotel in Texas. By the time I'm done coaching her, she did. She bought the Hyatt Hotel. She wants to convert it into an apartment complex for military. 100 days, 100 vets is what she called it. It's very simple. It's $200,000 as a down payment. Linda, would you like 3 people in it with $50,000 each? Understand, that's what I'm saying. Every project, you're allowed to be 25, 50 to 75%. So we offered Linda 3 people. See, I get more projects than I have bodies, and that's my biggest problem that I always have. She says, no, I want to take this on my own, no problem. So she took the Hyatt Hotel in Texas and turned it into the Blueprint Apartments, named it after me. But again, this took 1 year and 210 days, and she has other things she works on too. Now let's watch. When Linda started in 1986, she spent $2,000. That's $26 a month. What you piss away on a given day, you could finance on a card. And half you got your cards jacked up and don't have the right card anyway. That's where I come in. I'm helping increase your limits anyway. So let's understand. Take your picture now. Linda will tell you I made her a millionaire 5 times. I believe it's 8, and I bet I can prove it too, but that's okay. You don't argue with a woman anyway, because you never win. But she turned that into the Blueprint Apartments. Now it's a $27 million project. Would you like to join Linda? Would you like to be like that too? Let me know. See, here's me, okay? I got this weird thing because when I'm bored, I just have to come up with ideas. In other words, 21 cars in a car collection. The suit would match the car, so would the watch. Well, why not? Okay, why not? Okay, even the cologne bottle would match. So that's what I did. This represents literally 1,013 divisions. I don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. I get ready to fight. That's just me. I had to fight all my life. When you're born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital, you're raised in Watts, Torrance, Long Beach, and Hawthorne, you better fight, kick it or run. I'd rather die than run. But again, I'd like to do something with you. I'd like to tell you what to do for the next 3 months. That's what I'd like to do, if you allow me to. I'd like to create the list, daily, weekly, and project list. And I want to create it with you, for you. Then I want to tell you what to do and don't have you think too much. The more you think, the more you screw up. Sorry. If you had a chance, you would have made it work already, but you didn't do that. So what happens now, look in chapter 18. I'm a little boy. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. 3 years old to 9.5 years old. No one gave her you know what. She called me a piece of blank, you'd blank in the corner. Not nice to me at all. But here's a poker game on a Wednesday night. Here's Ted Turner, Jane Fonda, his wife. Here's basically what? Michael Landon, Dan Blocker, Gunsmoke, Mission Impossible producer, and all these people. And this attorney that was a Laker, now he's an attorney. They're having a poker game. I'm listening in the corner, taking notes. They said a corporation's a legal person. It triggered something. I want to write it down. When Mrs. Hope read a book to the kids, I memorized the book. And it freaked out. She said I was retarded because I knew every word in the book without looking at the book. Here it says a corporation's a legal person. You see right there? Right there. That's what I heard. I was 7.5. But at 7.5 years old, reading books all the time, I act like I was 15 to 20. When I drove my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department, the library next door, man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. 5 minutes later, she came back and said, here's my copy. It's in the book. I read the book. What am I looking for? A blueprint. Joanne said the world was built on blueprints. So I'm listening to what Joanne told me as a kid. Where's my blueprint? It says, may sue or be sued. Here's our problem. You have a corporation today and you think it protects you. It does not. They see your name on Secretary of State's website. And you're on the bank account. When they sue it, they sue you. You're the duck and the sheep. Sorry to say, but it's true. On the bottom here, I need you to focus on 17983. When I was 9.5, I knew this was wrong. It just bothered me. See, it's like one of those things you know that bothers you, you know something's wrong. Not required to file fictitious business names, what it said. Something's wrong, something's wrong. Now, for me, I sent away $10 to Sacramento. Do you have 10 bucks? By the way, today it's $30. You see, some of you spent thousands for a corporation, to an attorney, corporate service, and a CPA or something, and you didn't learn diddly squat. The attorney is practicing law because he or she hasn't got it right yet. That's how it works. But again, I pass the bar too, but I don't drink. Here's our problem, okay? You spent thousands, you didn't learn diddly squat. Now, my first corporation was Helping Hand Industries. I was 9 years old, 9.5, 10 bucks. I got 100,000 credit in the mail. I've been demonstrating this for 49 years. It just came in the mail. We all got cards in the mail for personal corporations back then. I got named in the movie Dave. From there, I did the Orange County Blind Center, and I got in trouble for that too. I used the word Braille, and it belonged to a Braille institution. Your goal is to never bring the pain home. You see, any ding-dong can go to school, do the time for the paper. It doesn't matter if you got 3 PhDs and a master's like I do in engineering. Who cares? You learn life by doing life, because that's what life's all about. That's your biggest lesson for you. Now, the lie. When I'm training Ken Yarborough back in '87, we wrote a book called File Segregation. I didn't like it. Ken was CID at one time, bodyguard for President Nixon, and I met him at Witness Protection. What do we do? I get to telling him what needs to be done for TRW spearing because of the way I think. But remember, Thomas Raymond Woodward's TRW, the report's wrong. That's what it was. So what happens on a corporation, Ken would say, well, your divisions take too long. A corporation and a division and you today, I can build you credit today. I can't get you a line of credit unless you're 2 years old as a corporation or division, but I can get you cards now. When you sign for the car, you sign the lease of a building and you sign for the credit card, you pierced your veil. When they sue the corp, they sue you. Yes, there's two people on the social media saying you can bankrupt it. Well, that could be true under the Federal Protection Act, bankrupt it, but then they're still going to come get you because you guaranteed it. You see, you had the choice to guarantee things as an SS4. You chose not to listen and learn, and you've been following ducks and sheep all through your life, but it's up to you. We get to play. Now, your corporation is going to need Dun & Bradstreet, so take a picture, please. Analytical 750 is trying to help you. All right, from there, they're going to get you other things as well to help you and assist you every step of the way. What do? Help me, help you, and help other people. I just want to change the world. Is that okay? Is that, too far-fetched for everybody? I just want to change the world. That's what I like. I'd like you to register your referrals today in the dashboard. It's called HubSpot. It'll say, would you like a check? Would you like a Zelle? Or would you like store credit? Again, you can earn money working with me and all kinds of goodies as well. You could have made $1,000 today. Since I was a little boy, everybody would always go, how you doing? They knew I was being used and abused. They didn't really care. My response to my signature my whole life has always been, always good, always good. Thank you, Jesus. That's just me. So if you like me, take a picture of Google today. Please put a review to say thank you. If you don't like me, please leave me alone. Okay, unfortunately, I had 13 what I call crappy people. I had to sue them all for lying. The devil showed up today to help him. But again, what do? Boring and steady. I need you to get out your cell phone. Could you do that for me, please? Here's my guarantee. If you do what you're told to do, within 9 months, 6 months to 3 months, you will be closing an escrow. Okay? So take your picture right now, right there. And I want you to know your dream, what you should have done a long time ago. Unfortunately, you drove by your opportunity, didn't even know you did that. You drove by the Wendy's the other day, it's on the right-hand side, and Jack in the Box on the left-hand side. Why don't you own these things? This is called auto income, managed by a third party. We work with management companies, and we have management companies that manage it all for you. You're an investor. You're going to invest 25, 75, 50, whatever it is, to have a piece of something to get auto income the rest of your life. You will never, ever, ever give us any money that goes in escrow. We're not a Ponzi like those other people are, unfortunately. And all that blah, blah, blah today. But again, what do? You got to decide how much you want to make on a monthly base. That's how I designed it to what's simple, winning the game of business. Here's my problem. I don't know you yet. I'm going to get to know you in your case file. I'll probably memorize everything about you. Past, present, and future, good, bad, and ugly. Do you have a bankruptcy? Do I need to seal the record for you because you don't know how to do that in the first place? Do you have a tax lien? Did you ever screw up American Express and Chase? Do you have a family, corporation? Do you have 18 divisions? If not, we need to do that right away. The next thing is irrevocable trust, because when we die, our children don't get stuck in a probate ever. Irrevocable trust. Your car will be a division. These silly people on the social media, you only write off so much of your car. Stop the crap. The only thing that matters on that car is the registered owner, is the division today. Because if you got in a bumpity bump at Sam's Club, they're going to sue registered owner. It's not going to be you. The next thing is that car is going to be traded into a division, so the division of the corporation owns the car, and you got the keys. You don't have to worry about writing it off. It's not your car. That's what you need to do. There's too much BS out there, and they're confusing the world today. House is bought through the trust from now on. It's cash flow, free up your time in my book 49 years ago, page 6, paragraph 3. A blueprint call with me is $2,000. Today it is discounted to $999. If you partner with me, you get it for free. If you don't, then you basically get a 10% if you Zelle today. But that Zelle is only good till 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today. If you don't, then it goes back to the normal price of $19.99. I tell my specialists in the office, and I discount them, it's a now. When I'm done basically teaching and preaching, then it goes back to normal pricing. Partner with me becomes free. Now, I want you to focus on this. Remember, we focused on chapter 18. All right, 17983 says not required fictitious business name. Here's my problem in 1984, okay? I get this letter in the mail from Sacramento, California. You have to pay $800 to $1,000 per corporation. I own all these Shakey's pizzas, 31 flavors, okay? all right, basically donut stores, subways, shopping centers, and condos, and now I got to pay $1.2 million just to say I got a corporation. California has a franchise tax fee, all right, that costs up to $1,000 a year. But again, this form back in '84 said husband and wife and partner. I went to Sacramento and asked a basic question: can I create an entity under a corporation? Write down entity, please. I'm going to show you why it's so important. Entity. Why did I create an entity under the corporation? They said I could. Find a form or modify one, and this is a form that's been modified many times over the years. Your corporation, listen carefully, will be number 4A. Someone else will be B and C, and my corporation will be number 4. But that's one of the corporations, and I have all kinds of places I play with. Remember something. 2009, I'm the largest registered agent in the world. I've sold 10 times Nevada corporations anybody on this planet to this day. You don't need Nevada till you're in the profit zone, by the way. And you don't need Delaware or Wyoming, whatever the heck's in Wyoming. It's ridiculous. Bunch of ding-dongs confusing everybody. Do you want 25% of a Wendy's storage unit, yes or no? Would you like 50? Would you like 75? We will basically say 1 to 4 people in a project if you want. But again, you get to decide, what are we using? We're not having an SBA loan off your house. That's kind of dumb. We're using checkbook money, and that's the ultimate goal, to play the game to win. So here we have a question. I can't partner until corporate credit kicks in. Well, that's not true, all right, William. There's always a way to figure out a way. For instance, today, I just got done today with people online, like I said before, okay? Corporate credit. I took their personal cards. I get to go in my dashboard and sign into their account if they allow me to. I only do this while I'm on the phone. So what do? We add it to my account on the dashboard. I'm an affiliate, just like Credit Karma, or Analytical, and Experian.com. All right, so I get to go in my dashboard and look at your system, and I get to add my history and go, can I increase the limit? Increase the limit. All right, if I can take a $1,750 card to $30,000, maybe that's the money we can kick into place. See, the problem we have is excuses. William, to me, is an excuse. How bad do you want something? Okay? I didn't like eating out of a trash can. I didn't like being used and abused as a kid. I thought it sucked. I looked up to heavens and I said, God, where's my mommy? Where's my daddy? What do I get? Eat out of a trash can? The reality is you got to understand something. Okay? I had to hear that voice inside and said, nothing stops me. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. But it's up to you. The excuse of partnering up. I can only partner with 40 people at a time. I'm almost sold out. So the reality is by the time you waste your time thinking blah, 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 you missed your opportunity. This is my 49th year. I promised my beautiful wife that next year I'll be on a business trip. And that's true. But I'm going to coach my 40 people. I have junior and senior coaches that will play with the rest of the world as I go on that business trip because I promised my wife. You do not lie or break a promise to a Colombian woman because she'll kill you if you do. Okay? You don't piss off a woman no matter what you do. So the bottom line is, since 1987, let's think today. If I partner with you, that means I'm on the phone with you every 3 weeks. Got no choice. We have to play the up and down show. We have to understand. All right? Sometimes we're going to fight. I'm sorry, I kind of yell at my clients sometimes. They tell me they're going to stop. No, you're not doing that. I will not say I recommend. Never. I will tell you what to do every time. I put myself in that place. I do not guess. I have a total recall of basically almost everything and an IQ of 203. And you're going to do what I tell you to do. And when you say something that doesn't make sense, no. You will argue with me. We're going to do it my way because my way works. Your way sucks. I will always tell my client what to do. I don't want to speculate nothing. We're going to get you to $1 million or $1 billion. 12 months if we play that way. 3 months, every 3 weeks, we're on the phone. You're going to need up to $200,000 of credit as we build it up and away. Like I did for Kevin, okay? Kevin's got all this up and down showing. I get him American Express Gold Platinum, all right, and another Platinum over here. And now he wants the next card. But I've already overpopped in $300,000. Again, what do? So it's like the blueprint call, the 12 months. You have a problem. Your problem is if you can't talk to the person that told you in the first place that said this is what you need to do, then you're going to get passed to somebody else, which is a bunch of BS. You're stuck with me every step of the way, every call, every class. That way you don't fall in your watch. You know what it is too. So our goal is simple. This is literally, all right, a $27,000 program, 27 grand. But again, some people, I'll just pay that, no problem. But again, what do? I discount it to $19,900, 20 grand. Here's a way for $20,000, you get $200,000 of credit. $100,000 of credit is 10 grand, okay? Now you're getting the coaching and all the other pieces, but it's going to be up to you. But again, let's say I don't want to do all the goodies yet, okay? Let's build it piece at a time. All right, what is my goal? Get you in an escrow. I want you in escrow in 90 days or less. I want to show the world that we have $10 million ready to go and we're going to be first on the list. That's what happens all the time. But again, this is 12 months of coaching. Escrow. That means it's 10 grand. You don't get the goodies yet, we'll build you up and away. See, when you make a commitment, I'll make a commitment to you. When you give me an excuse, I'm going to say it makes no sense to me. I can only coach 40 people at a time. I have 4 openings and I'm sold out. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go on my business trip and help these 40 people just like you. What do? What is our goal? Listen very carefully. When my client cannot show 30 to 50 transactions on a given month, all right, and show 100,000 to millions of dollars on a monthly base, I can. When we partner up in an agreement, we're using my accounts for you. I don't have excuses, okay? So the reality is there's no excuse you can give me besides you don't want to play. And the reality is that's up to you, not me. We play my way for a while. You take a picture, it's beautiful. Why? Zelle. July 6, 2022, banks bought Zelle. I love Zelle. Why? I can transfer money, not send the CPA at the office here or the bookkeeper over to the bank 20 times a day. What do? It's a Zelle, and a now. That's what I always tell people. But again, all right, it's like this little doll they created after me. My office is having fun at my expense. I guess it's fun. You see, one hand says Zelle, and the other says now. And you open the arms, it says, always good. So I guess it's cute. At least they enjoy it. But again, your choice is you can call that office. While I'm broadcasting that 800-254-9506, use a card for any amount, 5%. But again, I don't care if you have to do a little piece at a time. Your excuse is you put it off. That's not going to happen anymore. If you need an office to build real credit, I lease 12 feet at a time to my 40 people. That's right. That way it's not considered shared office space. You get your 12 feet. Just stand there, go in a circle. It's kind of fun. What do we get to do? Solution for problem. My goal when I set up the Reynolds University years ago that I'm standing in the building today is simple. This building was 22,000 square feet. All right, no problem. Arizona, Texas, Utah. All right, what do we have in Utah? PEI. We coach, Chris Dolby, Carlton Sheets, Dave Delgado, all the blah, blah, blah. What do? We help people. There's the goal. If you think what you did to you, I believe you said at the kitchen table with your friends and family, you said to your friends and family and your spouse, honey, we're going to start a business. We're going to finance it. You see, today you're afraid to do something, but you already screwed up in the past too. So what happens? You jacked up your cards. You got stuck. You can't get any more. You hawked your house. You hawked your wife and your spouse and husband too, and you brought the pain home. I call that stupid, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Because why? You jacked up the wrong card. These don't fluctuate. I got them to do a POT 18 years ago. This is a card you could jack up to $1 million and your score never drops. All these make it drop, get stuck, can't get any more. If you don't understand rules and tools, you're going to keep playing the up and down show your whole life, bringing the pain home. I don't think that should be acceptable because I didn't have a home. That's why it pisses me off when people bring the pain home because I will never do that to me and my wife or my kids and grandkids. The NACB, National Associated Credit Bureaus of America, I am the #1 consultant worldwide personal business credit, period. Have been for 49 years. Your problem is you didn't pay attention, and that's on you. When I created the 10% to 29% rule, that means green. 30 is yellow, 50 is red. You keep doing this up and down to your credit score. Let's do it my way for a while. I think your way sucks. Sorry to say, but it's true. What do we do? 1987, I'm training in Yarborough. We're doing a book called File Segregation. I set up a dashboard online that allows me to register a person corporate division, period, right here. From there, it gives me the choice of picking Social Security or tax ID. This is instant Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, period. Understand. For the corporate division or process, that's the goal. You see, we need to get some corporate credit. We need to understand that's borrow money is not taxable, and also it's the taxes that we grow a business. You got to quit stealing from your family because that makes no sense. But again, it's on you. Now let's go back in time. You see, the IRS created an SS5 form, which is your SSN. It creates your 1040 tax return. They also created the SS4. If you would take and pay attention, the SS5 and SS4, SS4 is universal form. It says in front of you, legal name of entity. What did I tell you to remember? Entity or individual person. It's right here. We are allowed, we the people, to use one of these. And the problem with people going, well, dang, stop. This one here can guarantee for this one, and this one, and this one. So again, we can create a division of ourselves that allows us to sign the lease, the credit card, and all the goodies if you want. But again, are you willing to listen and learn and follow through? It's going to be up to you as well. As I created this, now understand my dashboard. My dashboard gives me the choice of Social Security number is optional. Optional, it's right there. So if I get a card, no matter what it is, for you in the corporation division process, I want to daisy chain it, get a bunch of cards first. Then, as I build scoring, I will actually put a tax ID in place, which I'm allowed to. See, there's your problem. Your lack of knowledge is what? All cards fluctuate, but the American Express, Gold, and Platinum do not. They don't fluctuate. There's your emergency cards. Those are the get out of you know what time, but it's up to you. So maintain 750 score. That should be the goal, but it's up to you to listen and learn. So credit repair, sorry. All right, it's not me. It's the Federal Trade Commission says it's a fraud. They can't collect money up front. They indicted Daniel at Credit Repair Cloud and Chipmunk Face and blah, blah, blah. What do? The problem is you have people, I do repair your credit. Well, maybe they do good or don't. Half the time people call here and go, I got ripped off again and again. See, when you rebuild something, you're doing it honestly. You're not writing silly letters saying it's not mine, I'm not late. You're not lying. But again, that's going to be up to you as well. Now, I wrote a series of books 37 years ago. For the last 35 years, this has been online, ready to go. You can get a free download if you want. Most of the credit repair companies are using my books anyway. So you got one of the ladies on this social media going blah, 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 and the back's my book right on the shelf. It's silly. This has personal letters, business letters, credit bureaus, creditors, and everything else. So it's full. So take a picture, scan it, get a copy today. The goal is to help everybody. The Debt Crisis Intervention, that's the ultimate goal as well. Get a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. It's right there. We have to realize something. Credit Karma, you're fired. You got indicted 6 times. You have no funder to help anybody. You don't have a Experian, which we need, because to get a Chase personal business card, I need to look at Experian.com. Take a picture. Okay, scan it later today. Analytical 750 will actually call you every 46 days. They'll analyze you the first time for free. And then they're going to set up their Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax reports to help you even more for corporation. So again, sign up today, $25 a month. What happens? Maybe you're part of that, LifeLock thing. They were indicted 6 times, by the way, if you don't know that. Their last indictment's $100 million. All right, Analytical has a 750. All right, guess what they have? They have the dark web as well. But again, they don't rip people off like LifeLock did too. So what do? I lost my job. I got 2 kids. Well, if this is true, you go to the church for the food. You drive, Lyft, DoorDash, or whatever, Uber. That's fine. Have a garage sale. I had 12 when I came out of coma in 2011. I got cited 3 times. I don't believe this man. He makes $210 a day by holding up the sign. Why would he want to work? He doesn't have any kids, by the way, too, and he's wearing his jammies. So let's understand, some people do need help. Some people just milk the system and want a free ride. There's me in a coma in 2009. I get to die and come back and help you, and everything I had was stolen. What am I going to do? I have my 3 divisions. I have my 5 closet divisions. I built $1 million of credit. I bought my wife her next dream house. Happy wife, happy life. That's how it works. I buy her house, she turns it into a home, and then she leaves me alone to go kill it some more too. That's the goal. But it's up to you to listen and learn today. I'd tell you to plan the problem. I always have extra divisions because there's always somebody trying to knock me down. I don't want to go back to the trash can. I don't want to be used and abused. I always remember what I learned when I was 7.5. A corporation's a legal person. It's right there. All right, again, division process. If you don't have a corp today, take a picture. Take a picture right there. Free corporations for everybody. You just pay your filing fee. California nonprofits $30, profits $100. There you go, and then you'll learn things with me 6 days a week. You'll probably learn more from me than you ever learned in your life, by the way. Maybe even tonight. So you have 4 things a corporation can do. Buffer tax, no tax due to your profitable. Corporate credits or write-off, interest rate and credit card. The car is fleet price, and hotel gives you the free buffet. Your division is your line of defense. They're literally cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. Multiple credit reports and separate liability for like real estate or something. If you truly want to play the game, you're going to have a line of defense. If you would have had a line of defense for you, you wouldn't have old crappy credit today, would you? But again, it's on you. We're going to build a line of defense and have a corporate umbrella. And we're going to learn, all right, what I'm going to teach you every step of the way. We're going to have some fun. So keep in mind today, how many divisions you need? Well, understand, if you had 9 houses, that's 9 loans, that's 9 locations. We know that equals 18. That 18 equals up to $1 million of credit off 1 card. Off 1 card. See, this is what I don't understand. I get you one of these, they're each $100,000 each, and I get you 99 more cards. That could be $100 million. And you sit there going, what? Stop. This is ridiculous. Credit is a tool. I'm going to tell you to get 18 divisions the way it should be done, but again, it's up to you. 9 equals 18, 18 is 36, 36 is 72. Let's understand, in my system 40 years ago, this was the diagram, 40 years ago. I haven't had to change it at all. Corporation has a division, and we have 16 subs. That created $16 million of credit, by the way. See, if you build your foundation, you can't ever have anybody take it away. You get to become a puppet master starting today. Division of me. You need 3 divisions of me, by the way, if you want to guarantee something. A person, a corporate division, or subsidiary. What's line 1 say again? Legal name of entity, individual person. It's right there. When I got that Lamborghini, it was $6,800 a month. It's expensive. Well, simple. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. Pay tax, buy a spaceship. Pay tax, have a nonprofit. There you go. You see, when I sign a lease of a building, it's a division of me, not me. Every piece of property is separated too. When I look at money through the SS4, those taxes due to you're profitable, I bet you we can create some debt offset the taxes like rich and famous people do all the time. 2 days you change credit. 1 card can become 99 more. 99 more. But again, it's going to be up to you. When I got American Express to pay attention, I got all the creditors to do the same thing 18 years ago. I'm an affiliate. I got all the cash applications in the United States of America to put division process in every cash application for business. It's right there. I got them to do a POT, pay over time limit, as well. They offer 99 more cards right here. I'm not just making it up, it's right there. What do? Well, let's understand, we're trying to be winning the game of business. When I get you a platinum card, okay, and they ask for expense card or division card, half the time they want to log into a bank account. I usually, if you're partnered with me, I log into my account. Is that okay? Is it okay we log into my account because we're partnered up and we're in an agreement? And I can show them 50 transactions, hundreds, thousands, millions of dollars, and the only thing they can say is, yes, yes. You're paid over time limits, 50,000 to 100,000. We're going to play my way for a while. Is that okay? But let's understand the gold card same way. See, I need you to get past go and knock off what you've been doing because it hasn't worked. You're stuck with me 6 days a week, so understand that. Very simple. A pack of 3, 6, or 10. So let's understand. If I get you a pack of 10 of these cards, when you separate the billing, that becomes $1 million. So I always say be careful in that because guess what? As you do the daisy chain process, it takes 6 months or less. That gives you $1 million off one card. So if you wanted 3, 6, or 9, take a picture. This is good tonight. I haven't done this ever. First time will be only tonight and probably the last time too because this is the project with me tonight. 3 divisions. That means 3 cards off one card. Your first card gets you 3 more. $29.99. 6 cards. 7,000. 10 cards. 10 grand. So that means 300,000, 600,000, or $1 million. It's up to you. But that's a Zell situation tonight. Or you're going to basically do what? Call the office right away. If it's not done tonight, don't worry. It's over. I'm giving you an opportunity to step up and stop our excuses. Why do you need a call with me? Let's see. What did I get to do today? I logged into people's bank accounts. Nope. I logged into their credit cards. I logged in using my history for Katie, and I took her B of A and turned it to 26,000. I logged into Bill, turned his Wells Fargo to 35,000. Dave, 2,500 to 30,000. Okay. Robert here, 1,750 to 30,000. So a phone call with me, all right, I can answer all your questions. We can do whatever you want, but I like logging into your credit cards and increase your limits like I did for Kevin earlier today. But again, he's playing the up and down show. I already got him 3 American Express cards 3 weeks ago. So today, if you want that phone call that's designed to increase your limits or anything you want, it's $399. They're usually $500, but again, that's a Zell or call the office right away. If you don't do it tonight, don't worry. Tomorrow you can call and you can spend $500. I'll give you an opportunity. It's a now. And that's a Zell. I'm only taking 3 anyway because I'm pretty well sold out. What do we do? There's your Zell. What do you do? Zell now. Or you call the office at 800-254-9506. See, we have no excuses. We're going to use manageable debt, 100,000 or personal, million for the corporation off one card to be 18 and 9 more. And we're going to use auto income, and we're going to learn to leverage money. That's what I've been teaching and preaching too. We get to have some fun. See, I get to cover all these things because God gave me the brain to memorize and create things too. So what do? We use borrow money, not taxable, to get the lifetime income. The Wendy's, the Jack in the Box, the fourplex, the apartment complex, the laundromat, the dry cleaner. Who do you think taught all these people that are teaching this? They taught it from me and my books and that I've done for 49 years. You can play if you want to. It's nice to watch some clients help people and me try to help you too. But the BS I don't like is the word credit repair. Federal Trade says it's a fraud. But maybe they can help you, maybe they can't. The other thing that really bothers me is somebody says, how rich are you? You're rich, you're rich, you're rich. The IRS is listening. Several of those have been indicted. 3 of them have been in prison before. It's ridiculous. But again, I don't believe they're rich. I think they're confusing the world. I think they work for a rich corporation. They're actually puppet masters. Because if they're rich, the IRS is listening. They're going to probably indict them and steal half their goodies anyway and make them pay tax. But again, when you hear someone say, look at my bank account, so look at my, it's not your money. It belongs to your clients. Quit saying it's yours. It's not yours. But that's why they got $4,200. Well, you're living the billionaire life and you're just pissing it away, in my opinion. What can I say? It really bothers me. See, the only truth that happens is you put money in an escrow, you're the puppet master. But again, do you want a millionaire corporation? I hope you say yes. 18 divisions. 9 locations, 9 lines of credit. Does it not make sense? But again, I had a problem in the 80s. I had $53 million of credit cards. They're shrinking my limits because I couldn't use them all at the same time. This was what I did. I created a book called Buckets of Money. I created a matrix of 4.6 million. I loaned it out in buckets, 190,000 a month. That was kind of fun. The notes behind that became $1.1 billion, by the way, $1.1 billion. And that's basically 1989. If you want to play, you can learn that too. But again, what do? We have to have fun. So the ultimate goal tonight is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I don't have excuses. And when I hear people, I hear excuses. Okay, I didn't know any better. Stop. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Where you been? It's about time you jump and understand how to play. You stuck with me 6 days a week. I don't have excuses. If we buy an apartment complex and it has 125 units, we need 125 subdivisions. I also wrote a book called Become the Bank. You see, it's not the renter, it's when you convert them as what? Assignment of mortgage. A form I created in the 80s, by the way, to become the bank. What is our ultimate goal? Becoming the bank turns into 126 million a month. Oh, sorry, 126,000, sorry. Getting excited there. But again, would you like to have a piece of that? We can put 10 people there, simple. But again, what do? This apartment complex, it's a seller finance program, okay. They want 10% down. No problem. All right, $300,000. So all right, we put 3 people in it, 100,000 each, or we put 6 at 50. What does it take? Then we have a $23,000 payment. But now we have 36,000 coming in, so now we have what? 13,452. That's okay to divide it because it's auto income, but we're not done. See, I like doing an assignment of mortgage. I want to split deed each unit. I want to become the bank. That turned into 76,800 divided by 6 people. Would that be okay if we play my way a little bit and have some fun? So take your picture if you want a Wendy's, storage unit, fourplex, an apartment complex. You see, the goal is you're going to own a piece. When we do the division process, I put 2,000 of my history on my dashboard to set up the experience, Treasure, and Equifax now. I don't need tax ID till I ask for separate billing. Again, I want to build the credit reports on those 18 divisions. Each division is about $1,000. But again, if you want 3, 9, or 12 with or without credit, if they were done tonight, I mean now, no BS in between, you get 9 for $9.99. Literally, that's usually $4,500. I don't get a paycheck for 40 years, so it's kind of free to you. It's 9 for $9.99. If you wanted basically 18, 36, 72, there you go. Well, every division, whatever you pick on divisions, you're going to need about 100 subdivisions. Okay, subdivisions tonight are very simple. If you Zelle tonight, you get them for basically 100 for $4,000. But again, you can always call the office right away too. Again, clients helping people, that's great, but please don't get confused. All right, when they say they're rich, they're not rich. The corporations are rich. Please understand that. I think they're confusing the whole world today. And the IRS is listening. That bothers me. If you need $100,000 of credit, very simple tonight. It's very simple for you. I'm going to give you $100,000 of credit for you. I'm going to charge you $5,000. Very simple. That's it. Build it up and away. You need $100,000 to the corporation. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to give you $200,000, not for 10 grand. $6,999, but again, it's up to you. Make a commitment, follow through, and I'll follow through for you too. Zelle, now. Or call the office at 800-254-9506. Now, I would like to log into your credit cards tomorrow or the next day. I'd like to add history to your cards and basically show you how to actually create the instance of increasing limits. We're not going to get inquiries. We're going to look at this and size it up for you as well and add the history to push you up and away. That helps a lot of times open the gap, especially if you're maxed out today. So you might want to think about that $399 call today. But again, I only have 3 openings that I can fit people in right now anyway. So I think one's already gone. There's only 2 left. What do? If you like me, Google, review, nice, say thank you. If you don't like me, please leave me alone. See, I don't think you have your time. I think you control your time. No, I think time controls you. When I had to get up at 2:25 in the morning when I was 2.5 years old because the abuser would get me at 2:30, ever since then I wake up at 2:25 every day. I can't sleep past that. My wife always wants me to stay in bed to relax, and I don't know how to relax. Never learned how to do that either. So I'm up at 2:25 every day. Usually here at 3:30 in the morning having fun helping people like you. What do? Simple. You want to be a puppet master, I want you to do that too. I want to train you how to do that. 1,013 divisions, by the way. because I don't want to have anything in my name. Boring and steady. I told you to take a picture. Hopefully you did that earlier today. That should be on your refrigerator, your desk at work, your screensaver, computer, phone. There's your dream. That's what you should focus on. How much would you like for me to build you credit and that you put in a project that we give you an opportunity, 25, 50, 75. It's up to you. Reality is I'm part of the project every time. You're stuck with me and no one's going to let you down. The only one's going to let you down is you if you don't follow through. Since 1987, by the way. So if we coach you every 3 weeks, you're on the phone with me, what are we going to do? Usually give you $200,000 of credit, $27,000 worth of goodies, a blueprint call. Tonight that is offered for 20 grand. You save 7,000 on that. If you don't want all the goodies yet, let's do the 10,000 and get you in an escrow right away. Make a commitment, finance, whatever you got to do. Do not have an excuse. I'm almost sold out anyway. I got 4 left. And from there, that's what I'm going to basically do even next year. These 40 people, they're going to partner up and have all kinds of fun. I'm going to go on my business trip. Use my banking. Listen carefully. When you partner with me, if you don't have the transactions on a monthly base, I have, last month we did 3,016 transactions. We got hundreds of thousands, millions, and billions of dollars to show people. It's easy to log into the accounts. American Express always wants to log into accounts. Okay, that would be a Zelle tonight if it was done right away. If you need to talk to a specialist, 800-254-9506. Now, if you want me to coach your current business, we'll do that too. You know, they can customize a 3, 6 months, or 12 months program for you. No problem. What happens next, I want you to focus on the American Express Blueprint loan. Maybe Stellar Banks, maybe the Chase one as well. I'd like you to think about the American Express, because what happens is when I get a platinum card for you, I'll exercise it and tie my bank accounts in it too. If I do a fast track, I'm going to get it under my corporation as I build it up on way. I'm going to transfer back over to you. So literally, you can get up to about $500,000 of Blueprint loan if you want to. But I use the platinum card. That's the most important one too. When you log in, it says, would you like 99 more cards? Would you like a Blueprint loan? See, the Blueprint loan up to $250 allows you to turn in installment notes. You actually become the bank. That's kind of fun. I've had people do 2 or 3 programs and projects at the same time. In the beginning, just do one at a time. Get used to what we're going to do and follow through, because you're going to find out I'm not following. You know what? We're going to make sure you get that $5,000 a month to $10,000 a month right away. The goal is, like David got 240, Katie got 210. This should be used to put into some kind of franchise that's run by third-party auto income. If I get you the $250,000, what we're going to do is control that for the escrow. Okay? All right? I will charge you 10% on the back end after we close an escrow, because I don't set you up for a debt. Now watch. When I apply for this for you, I'll use my accounts, hundreds of transactions, and hundreds of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. So we get a yes, yes, yes right away. But again, normally I charge $5,000 just to do that. Tonight it is $1,999 if it was Zelled right away. If it's not, then you base call the office tomorrow, pay the $5,000. Simple. The fast track means I get a card under my corporation. Okay, one of my corporations when you log into the bank account. So when applying for this, I'll use my bank and I use one of my American Express cards, showing them hundreds of thousands of transactions as well. And that fast track is $29.99. Again, that's a Zelle situation too. But again, you decide which one you want, one or both. There's your Zelle. There's the phone number to the office, 1-800-254-9506. We have no excuses. I'm online 6 days a week to hold your hand. And I'll be on the phone with you every 3 weeks, because that's the time it's going to be analyzed again and again. And we're going to basically tell you your next steps. I don't want you to think. I just want you to do what I tell you to do. Is that okay? But again, help me help you. Screen it. Put your referrals there. Get 10%. Zelle or store credit or even a check. It's up to you. We'll do whatever you like us to do. Look behind that curtain every time. We have to look behind the curtain because people say no. No doesn't mean no. It means they don't know how. That's what I figured out as a kid. So the reality is very simple here. We stay safe, we stay strong, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too, the ultimate goal. There's a question that somebody has. No problem. Let's go for the question. Is it going to be on speaker or just on the screen, sir? Okay. Am I hearing speaker or earbuds? I don't have any earbuds. Hello, hello.
Mr. Ray, this is me, James. You hear me?
James, how you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm computer illiterate. I told you I need to listen. You or Santos find out which way I move. You say you remember everything. I need you to
Hey, let me go back there, James. Since your brother is Melvin Knight, and I just popped
I know.
I just
You don't
popped
have
you
to be
three
frank. I know you remember a lot.
I just
And
popped
your
3
feet was
cards
there.
for you too. So
Yes, sir.
you haven't maxed out the cards, have you?
No.
Okay. All right. The American Express cards are great. So go ahead. All right. So what do you need us to do next?
I don't know if all those things you were saying pertain to me or not.
Okay.
I needed to know which way I need to move. And I don't listen to nobody but you and Santos unless you or Santos sanction someone.
Well, then let's have Santos call you in the morning. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
and have a conference to figure out because you got 3 of the American Express cards, another card,
Yes.
position you right, and you're back on track. So, okay.
Business did not come.
Yeah, you couldn't connect the bank. That's right on that third one. So that's okay. We can go after it again. We'll connect my bank account.
Yeah, you can curse me all you want. Just don't do it online.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a blessed day. I'll have Santos call you in the morning. And you guys work out which one to do next.
Copy.
You got it. All right. Have a blessed day. Not a problem. You see, it's like, all right, clients like this, good people. Okay. His brother gets in the program 4 years ago, does all kinds of stuff, build credit, this and that, does business out of state and out of country. He gets in the program and then he has a problem. And all of a sudden he falls down, builds it up again and again. I went after 3 American Express cards and a Chase card for him and actually a Capital One. Business couldn't get done because the bank account couldn't be verified. Again, we go back after it using my account instead, but he got the 2 of the American Express cards and paid over time limits. But again, he's wanting what's next, what's next? Because he's found out we're not full of it. He's known that because of his brother's referral and him as well. You see, tonight you have a chance to change your life if you want to. But again, it's 800-254-9506. I want to coach everybody I can. My whole goal is to change the world, and that's what I've always wanted to do. So we're going to do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. We never forget the end of the day. It's very simple. God loves us.